Hi guys, how are you doing today? I'm here again this beautiful day with another beautiful update. Remember recently I just spoke to you about the North Immigration Pilot Program, which is the RNIP program. I've told you there are 11 communities which are participating, and I talked about the Mojo in Sakachuma. But today I will be exploring about this program in totality, because I realize that if I want to take them one after the other, then you might miss in some of these programs, because the deadline is January 31st for most of them, and some have actually extended it to February. So before we could go through 11 of them, then you will be missing most of them. So what I decided to do is that the application procedure for all these communities are almost the same thing. So I'm going to take a sample community and run through it, and then you will go on and apply for all of this. So guys, I want you to stay tuned and be with me from beginning to the end of this video, because you'll be learning how to do it yourself, and that is the most beautiful thing. I will not be taking you just through all the communities. I will take you through one of the community, then I will get you rolling and you do it yourself. Well, the beautiful thing about the RNIP program is that you will not be needing, your employer will not be needing a labor market impact assessment. So that means that it makes this program easier. The employer wants to employ you because it's not going to pass through all those kind of procedures once you're qualified. So it is important for you to look up this and get this application rolling. Well, how many days does it take to have an application done? Well, I think in less than an hour you can finish up to 7 or 8 applications. And if you are lucky and you've well tailored your CV and you've applied for the role that fits your CV, then you might be lucky enough to find a job. It doesn't take so much to find a job, because they need workers. So if they see your CV is good enough, they can roll out an interview for you, and you might be lucky within 2 days, within 1 month, within 3 weeks. So why do you have to wait? I mean, there shouldn't be any cause to delay or any cause to be afraid. Well, I'm not going to promise you that you must get a job when you apply, but some persons will be lucky. Why do you think you are not going to be among the lucky guys? So it has to take you, it just requires you to make the best fitted CV, a good CV for the job. And of course, you must consider doing a CV for Canada. Well, I'm just encouraging you before I go right into the video, because I know that a lot of people will sit back and say, how possible is this? But then people are traveling every day, and I know people who have gotten all these opportunities, and that is why I've decided to roll it out for you. So it is up to you. But then I will encourage you, if your plan is to travel, if your plan is to immigrate to Canada, then seize this opportunity, because it opens once in a year and you might only get it by next year. Well, this program is done in different communities, like I said before, and I will be using the North Bay in Ontario to discuss in totality about all other communities. And remember, application started by 10th of January, and most of them will be ending by January 31st, and some other ones have extended to sometime in February. So as you go through them, you will find out exactly which day. Well, this program is quite far, like I said, because there is no LMIA, Labor Market Impact Assessment. It's a straightforward program. These guys are looking for people to come to work in their community and live in their community and be part of their community. So it is up to you to decide to do it. Well, which of the provinces or which of the communities are included in the RNIP? Well, there are 5 provinces and there are 11 communities, that are participating in this program. And these provinces are in these provinces are Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, Ontario, and Saskatchewan. So, and I'm gonna be taking these communities one after the other. Well, let's look at them one after the other. Number 1 is North Bay in Ontario. Another one is Sunbury in Ontario. Another one is Timmins in Ontario. Sault Ste. Maria in Ontario. Thunder Bay in Ontario. Most of them are in Ontario, Then Brandon in Manitoba. Antona, Raineyland in Manitoba. Moose Jaw in Saskatchewan. Clara Home in Alberta, Venom in British Columbia, and West Courtenay, okay, in British Columbia. So West Courtenay has to do with Trail, Castalia, Roseland, Nelson. They are West Courtenay, and that is in British Columbia. So most of them are in Ontario, then two in Manitoba, two in British Columbia, and one in Alberta. So you can seize this opportunity and hit. Of course, these are all great provinces. I mean, if you ask me, I love all these provinces, so you can decide to get the application rolling. Well, what do you need to do? I will just summarize a bit before I go into the community which we are going to be using, okay? I've already discussed some of this in my previous video. The first thing you need to do is to find a job. And I've told you finding a job shouldn't get you worried. There are thousands of jobs in the job bank and also in the communities. There are some jobs advertised in the community, thousands of jobs advertised in job bank in this community, and all of them, you can access them and apply for them. You might be lucky. Then once you've done this, find a job and you apply, then the employer will engage you in an interview, and once he finds you fit, he will join you to complete a form from IRCC, which is employment offer letter. After you complete and sign, then you need to also complete another application form from the community which you apply in. Then after that, you need to do your checklist and ensure your documents are all ready. And once the documents are ready, you submit to a particular email which will be provided by the community. And once they receive it, the program selector will go through it and see if you meet all the criteria. He will engage you in a short interview. Then he will invite you to sit with the panel, or online, of course, because you're in Canada, but people in Canada will join physically. And the panel will interview you briefly, and they will decide to approve or disapprove. Then they are going to raise for you a recommendation letter. With this letter, you can now apply for permanent residency in IRCC portal, and then your visa is out, you're ready to fly. That is it about this program. So you can see the program is straightforward and it's not a very difficult process, okay, like I said earlier on. So remember, we're going to be talking about the North Bay, Ontario. We're going to be talking about the North Bay community in Ontario, and we're going to use it as the process for you to get through the process. So I'll be sharing my screen now so that you'll see how to go through it and how to apply for the North Bay and other provinces which are open, then get the application rolling. Well, if you're joining me for the first time, I will invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, and if you don't mind, you can share it to your friends. Also, the same thing for my returning subscriber. You're my greatest asset, and I so much cherish you because of the reason why I've been here. You've been the one who have encouraged me from day one to today. So why not share this to your friends on WhatsApp, on Facebook, or on LinkedIn, wherever you can share it. Get it rolling. Let's expand the community and let's fly on. Well, like I said, I'm going to be sharing my screen right now. So stay tuned and watch as we go through the application process. And I will say in advance, congratulations to you. Cheers. All right. Like I told you earlier on, this is the North Bay, an area in Ontario, which I've told you we are going to use as a point of learning for every other provinces which are listed in this program. So, but then before I go on to do that, I would like to take you through the rural and northern immigration pilots, the government of Canada website. So you can see this is the official website anyway, and you can say about the program. These are the participating communities, and that is why I've taken you here. Just what I've said earlier on, you can see about 11 communities are listed here. The first one is the North Bay, Ontario, Sudbury, Ontario, Timmins, Ontario, Sault Ste. Maria, Ontario, Thunder Bay, Ontario, Brandon, Manitoba, Altona, Rhineland, Manitoba, Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. We've already talked about this in a separate video. Clarisome, that's Alberta, Venom, British Columbia, and West Courtenay, British Columbia. And you can see their website. So this is simplified for you to just go here click and it takes you right to their website. So it simplifies the job and make it quite easy for you to get it done. Okay. Well, you can read up other things if you want, but I just came here to show you that these are the participating communities and these are their website for you to get it rolling. Okay, let's go to the website. Like I said earlier on, okay, this is the North Bay area. You can see the applicants place. You click the applicant tab, and you have this information listed out. So you can just come here, find full-time employment in community, and you can click this. Well, these are for frequently asked questions. If you want to ask questions, you want to find out what your concerns are, you just come here and click. Then you see frequently asked questions with answers. Okay. Then you may come here, build your candidate profile. This is where you can apply. Here you fill up all the application and apply for the, you apply for to the community, okay, for consideration. So this is your offer of employment form. This is also mandatory form. You must complete this form before you can submit your application here to request this form. And the checklist also will guide you to complete your documentations and all that. Okay, so these are the National Occupation Code for North Bay and area. Okay, for this program, you can see if you click the health and social work, you're gonna see a number of job listed, registered nurses and registered psychiatric nurses, nurse aides, orderlies, and patient service associates, licensed practical nurses, general practitioner and family physicians, social workers, early childhood educators and assistants, teachers, primary school teachers, nursery school teachers, social and community service workers, home support workers, housekeepers, and related occupations. So no skills also, specialist physicians. So you're all qualified for this program. Then for trade, you're gonna see heavy duty equipment mechanic, automotive service technician, truck and bus mechanic and mechanic repairers, construction, millwrights and industrial mechanics, construction trade helpers and laborers, welders and related machine operators, carpenters, electricians, plumbers, transport truck drivers, heavy equipment operators, automotive and heavy truck and equipment part installer and servicers. So you come to business administration, you've got auditors, accountants, and investment professionals, administrative service supervisors, accounting, technicians, and bookkeepers. Then information technology, you've got computer and information science system managers, computer engineers, information system specialists, database analysts, and data administrators, software engineers and designers. Other professions, you've got architects, architecture, technologists, and technicians, civil, mechanical, industrial engineer, technologists, and technicians. So if you're also an engineer or a technician, mechanical, civil, industrial, then you're good to go. Aircraft mechanic and aircraft inspectors, aircraft instrument, electrical, and avionic mechanic, technician, and inspector, air pilots, flight engineers, legal administrator, administrative assistant, and lastly, the Open NLC is there, which if you get an application and it's not listed here, then you might be considered. But this is all going to be dependent on the committee, okay, which will be going through your process, okay. So another document you need, which is compulsory, is offer of employment. This is the document, and you also need Schedule One, okay, which is the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Form. So those are all what you need. Then the checklist, you don't need to submit it, but it's gonna help you to make sure your documents are complete. So this is about it, and this is once you've done this, like I said earlier on, and you've submitted to them, then they will decide to recommend you. And once they recommend you, you will come back to the IRCC website, which is the Government of Canada website, and complete your application. Okay. So yeah, let's look at their website to see the jobs which they've got. Most of the jobs are actually published on Job Bank, and a few are published here. So you can go to Job Bank to look it out and apply. But here is the website, and you can see what they've published. You can also come here to search, but just look at what they got job for chef 3 weeks ago. They've got job for bookkeeper 4 weeks ago. Some of them are actually old, but they are old because no one has filled it, so they're still open. They've got job for owner. I don't know what they mean by owner. Maybe we can look it up. I don't know. Yeah, they've got a job for a chef. They've got a job for food service supervisor, for a cook, general laborer, general cardiologist, retail store supervisor, housekeeping supervisor, bookkeeper, shop manager, baker, food service supervisor, chef, database administrator, store manager, retail, service technician, welder, electrician, plumber, a lot of them. Okay, well, this is, by the way, president, I don't know, perhaps they are looking for the president of the company, is a cleaning company who will become like the forerunner of the company. There are a lot of them anyway here, registered nurses and all that. So if you beyond this, you can go to the website and you can find. I'm just curious a bit. Let's see what they mean by owner. Let me quench my curiosity. Okay. Okay. We may need to go here to see more. Petro-Canada provide a quick purchase of wide variety of product and services, including gasoline, lottery tickets, cigarettes, and food. So, well, probably they didn't put the role properly while publishing it. Now, another place you can hit and get your job done is the job bank. The job bank, there are thousands of jobs. You can see 133,462 job posting in Canada, and these are all current jobs. So you might decide to filter it according to your role, okay? Yeah, and about 12.8 million jobs are being viewed every month. That's a lot. And about 270,000 employers already registered and 100,000 job posting advertised monthly. So that is such a huge number. Well, you can come here, example cook. So let's say you say engineer and location. You decide which location. Or you say all of Canada, no problem. And you hit it rolling. Let's see how many engineering jobs will is being advertised. Did they list it? Okay, 234 results found. Okay, these are the ones that have engineer attached to it, so no technicians, nothing. So you can get your application rolling. So guys, I'm really telling you the truth. There are a lot of jobs in Canada that needs you to fill it. It is all up to you. What do you want? Do you want to listen to videos and just keep listening to video, or do you want to take actions, or do you want to listen and say, "Come on, these guys are just motivating me. They are not really saying the truth." It's up to you. But if you're really interested and you're sure you want to travel and you want to do this without spending much money, then this is the opportunity you've got. I mean, the best and best of all opportunity. Yes, I didn't talk about test of English. At the point, you will need test of English, but it's not the first thing you need because you're going through the rural and northern immigration pilot program. So you're gonna be needing test of English much later. But at least get the job rolling, then other things can follow. Guys, if you've done this, I'm gonna say congratulations to you. Well, if you've listened from beginning to the end, I want you to say congratulations to me, and I want you to say cheers to Finance Oracle for doing a great job. Just type one of the keywords on the comment section. I want to be sure you're with me from beginning to the end. And if you have any question, feel free to ask me because I'm open to answer your questions. I'm open to give you support. It doesn't matter how many comments I receive, I will ensure I reply to your comments. This is all I have for you today, and I'm going to be rolling more interesting video in the coming days. So stay tuned. Do not forget to ring the bell and keep in touch with us. Cheers. This is from Finance Oracle, Lord of Love from us. Cheers.